Welcome back to the Better Than Yesterday podcast, where we focus on information, motivation, and realness in an objective matter. Uh, slash YouTube as well. Anyway, today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020, episode 179. Five topics. Let's jump right in. First topic, being atypical. Atypical is really, especially a political stance, for those who don't know, where you don't pick a side. You go, you're not, I'm left, I'm not Democratic, I'm right, I'm not Republican, or that would be right is Republican, left would be Democrat, whatever, I don't care. I'm atypical, right in the middle. That means I go for policies. I go for what is the best interest of me and mine, which everybody should be selfish about what this is about. A lot of people say, oh, for others. Well, you are others once you put it. If everybody's doing the best for others, then what are you doing for yourself? So I'm gonna be atypical and focus on me. I go for policies. I was raised a certain way where it was a lot of bit being Democratic and voting for them no matter what, and Republicans were bad. That's the area where I come from, my background. As I got older, I realized that's stupid. I'm hindering myself. I'm basically saying no matter who gets in this spot, that I have to vote for that person just because they're Democratic. That's stupid. And then, I love some of the policies of Republican if because it determines fiscally it's something I want to be long term, and that's to be wealthy. Not rich, but wealthy. So I like some of those policies, but I also love the socialism of the left side, the liberals and the Democrats. So like for me, it's like I don't have to choose a side. I'm going for who's best to help me in mine in the policy. So I challenge you all to do the same thing. To think that just because you're black or you're white or whatever color you are, that you gotta vote for this because this is how you was raised. That's a false narrative. That's a bad precedence. I think, like for me, I would be telling my child that, hey, vote was your best interest of what you want, and go by policy. So for me, a lot of people take for interest that Biden got the Democratic candidate. I won't devise who I'm gonna vote for because I don't know yet. But it's just a lot he has to do. It's just a lot of information I built off of Biden and things like that I didn't like. There's a lot of things I don't like about our current president Trump. But in the same instance, it's gonna be about who's pushing out the best policies that best benefits me, and I have to be transparent here and let you know I will vote for the guy who's focused on the black agenda too. Not just everybody, but the economic empowerment of my black people. So just throwing that out there. Anyway, we ain't gonna get too much into politics, but again, I'm in the middle, so I vote policies. Atypical. Topic 2, be authentic. You cannot be somebody else. You can only be you. Now, the thing about that is, I guess I just started thinking about that when I said that as well. Because when I made the topic, I'm like, just be you, be your best you, be who you are. Don't have to fake and be phony. But some people might not even know who they are. There's a discovery stage, especially in your 20s, where you just don't know who you are and what you really want to do. So for me, I only can be my best me. I can't be no one else. But see, I have more control and a stronghold of who I am. I've spent years of mistakes and messing up to understand who O.D. Patton III is. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, be authentic. Be your best you. If you have to do a lot of faking and fronting and feeling like you're not who you are, you'll know. You'll feel that. You'll understand that this is not what I want to be. This is not. And make those changes. As we talked about in many episodes, I know we got sidetracked with the new things, but we're getting back on track now. Make those changes. It's time to make those changes. Topic 3. Oh, I'm going to go back to it. Look, just the peer pressures of being black. When it comes to my political stance. As I talked about it earlier, I was raised. I can get more detail now with this topic. I was raised that being a black man, that I have to vote Democratic. I was raised that we vote all Democratic, to be honest with you. There's no knock against my parents because that was how they were raised, So I was told vote Democrat no matter what. It didn't matter the candidate. It didn't matter how sorry they were. It didn't matter what crap policies. And for many years, my people, black people, we just stood by and let Democrats get our vote just because they were Democratic. As a black man, I've seen many times where any black man who says they're Republican, they get ridiculed by our people, black people, because they're Republican. Now, look. Like I said, I won't choose a side, so I'll pick whatever candidate I pick. I felt the policies was that best suit me. Look, there's a lot of things going on with these Democratic candidates that y'all refuse to look at that has some racist undertones to it. So as we talk about Trump and the things he does, I want you to go look up in detail Biden, some things he did. There were some things Bernie was a part of. I remember last election with Hillary. Oh my God. I mean, if you don't understand what her and her husband did to our people, black people, you don't even, just when it comes to the racism stuff, her husband apologized for the crack laws and the war on drugs and the mass incarceration. They apologized for that. Also, Hillary was a Goldwater girl. You don't know what a Goldwater girl is? Go check it out. They were against civil rights and the civil rights movements and things. So when y'all talk about people's past, I want y'all to include everybody's past. So just want to throw that out there. Again, being a black person doesn't mean you have to do all Democrat. It does not mean that you wrong for being Republican. Vote for your best interest. I don't know why I'm circling around on this, but I'm just making sure it's clear that there are political pressures. I would assume there should be, if you come from a certain part of a white area, that you might look at wrong if you don't vote Republican, or you might be looked at wrong if you don't vote Democratic. The fact that we even have peer pressures to tell us who and what's best for us, we should vote one side of the ticket just because of where we come from, that's crap. I'm voting on policies and who's best for me. Topic 4. People like you, and this might coincide with this episode. People like you until they disagree with you, you know, and that's okay. See, me, I have come into terms with that. That it is what it is. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak what I feel on this show, and nobody gets to control that but me. And that's the best part of all this. Probably why I haven't really done a partnership with this show or this and that. Not that I don't want to hear other people's opinions, because I listen to your feedback. In fact, if you disagree, please comment, please message, please text. Let me know. So I love that information to understand, because it might be something that I misunderstood. Excuse me. It went with the OCD thing. I didn't really fully understand that was a diagnosis. Someone reached out to me, and she informed me. She gave me information. She gave me knowledge, and I appreciate that. But again, getting back to the point is, people, those who just go, oh, I don't want to do him because, he said one thing and I'm just done with him. That's crap. We can all disagree and still be cool with it. You all of a sudden dislike me because I disagree with something that you're so close and deep and hearted to. Like, you could just tell me and we can still agree to disagree. We don't have to all. It's a lot of things I tell people I disagree to disagree. It's fine. I'm not going to agree with it, and it's okay. You can have your way and I can have mine. I'm not the one to go, oh, my way is right. I just feel I like my way, but that won't mean that it necessarily means it's the right way. You know what I mean? Because your way might not be the right way neither. It could be another third party that's showing the right way. As long as nobody's getting hurt in certain ways. But anyway, final topic: allow people to grow. If I wasn't allowed to grow, I would not be in the relationship I am when it comes to my social life, my personal life with my girlfriend. Because if you just go by my past and things like that, it's pretty checkered when it comes to relationships and failures and stuff like that. But just and this ain't really the relationship of this topic. I just want to say in general, allowing people to grow in general, because it's just like, if you still, like I've said it many times before, if you're still looking at this guy or woman from what they did 5 years ago, like you're not allowing them to grow. You're not allowing them to mature. There's a maturation process after all of this. So allow people to mature, allow them to grow, allow them to get better than yesterday. Y'all know, you see what we doing here. Anyway, thanks for listening and watching the Better Than Yesterday podcast slash YouTube. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020, episode 179. Y'all go out there, you know what it is. It's hump day, Wednesday. Go attack them goals.